I'm sipping on a cocktail at Plat8 here in Toledo. I almost said Ottawa Hills because Ottawa Hills is right across the street with Chef Anthony. Cheers to you, first of all. So what do we have here?
So this is our Devil's Margarita.
Devil's Margarita.
So it has Casa Noble Añejo, so that's the darker of the tequilas. And then we have Cointreau, some lime juice, some simple syrup for some sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
A salt rim, and then a red wine floater, which gives it that cool looking color.
Yeah. And it gives it the levels too.
The levels,
I don't want to mix it. Like I definitely want to keep it like this. Oh, I'll probably get going here. There it goes.
Oh yeah.
It all blends together.
It's fun too when you mix it and you see the colors come together.
It's also really fun to drink.
Yes.
And probably after a couple of those, be really fun. I mean, we'll keep it on the drinks here a little bit. You guys have a wide selection of bourbon and scotch and everything. That's that's a point of pride at Plat8's, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's I know it's hard to find certain bourbons here in town and across the country, but we are always determined to try to find some of the more rare ones, like our Pappy 15-year.
Yeah.
And then you can see our awesome wine rack over here as well. So our wine selection is top notch as well.
Great place to get drinks, but also food. We saw a little bit of that in the kitchen. Before I dig in, though, a little bit about Plat8. I mentioned, Ottawa Hills is right across the street, and you guys are here technically in Toledo. That kind of ties into the name. Why Plat8?
Yeah. So Plat8 comes from, all the investors involved are from Ottawa Hills, and there are 7 plats of land in Ottawa Hills. And they decided to call this the 8th plat, just to kind of be ironic, even though it's across the street and this is a Toledo zip code. And then with it, like it looks like plate, and it's just a play on words and all that stuff. So it just gets people talking and wondering what's going on over there.
What's going on is a diverse menu of eats, featuring a little something for everyone.
We're gonna start with the salmon. All the ingredients kind of shine together. You don't want one overlapping the other, and it just works like a beautiful symphony,
What are you hoping a guest will get out of a meal like this? What should they look for flavor-wise, filling-wise?
I think they're gonna experience something that they haven't had before, and something that they can figure out that they can do it at home.
Restaurant Week Toledo. This is something that you guys are involved with frequently over the years. Benefits Leadership Toledo. You're from Toledo. We were talking off camera. You went to Whitmer High School. That's kind of where you cut your teeth in the culinary skills industry. So what's it mean to you to give back to the youth and be part of this event benefiting Leadership Toledo?
I feel like even if people aren't gonna be in a kitchen as a career, it's something that everyone should do for a little bit.
Yeah.
You learn all different types of people's characters, and you learn to work as a team. But that also goes along with the Leadership Toledo thing that people have to look out for one another, and I think the Leadership Toledo does a great job in bringing up people of the younger crowd to be part of something in the community when they grow up and have pride in their city.
We got a couple other plates, but I chose these two to try on camera. What do we have here?
So those are our braised short ribs, braised for 3.5 hours, red wine, onions, garlic, fresh plum tomatoes, and then underneath that is our smoked Gouda polenta. Just a little change of pace from just your regular old mashed potatoes and the cheesy goodness, and it's a really rich dish, and it's real hearty, and that's the type of stuff we're going for right now. I usually change the menu every season, so that sticks right now in the wintertime.
Oh, and this sticks to you like it's comfort food.
Sure.
My reaction just now, I've watched, shows on, national networks, and whenever they roll their eyes and are like, oh, that's so good, I'm like, there's no way they're faking it. Literally, I took that bite, and that's what my reaction was, because that, the polenta mixed in there, it's so creamy with just the juiciness of the short rib. I saw it as soon as it went on my fork there. Yeah. And then, it's red wine.
So like we sear it, and then we deglaze it with red wine, and then we put it in a braising pan with tomatoes, that red wine, and then it braises for about 3.5 hours, so it's a fork tender.
It's an experience.
Yes.
And tell me about what we have for dessert here.
This is one of our desserts that will be featured on our Restaurant Week menu. This is our salted honey crème brûlée. So it's not your ordinary crème brûlée. We add some fresh local honey and a little bit of salt in the mix. And then after we bake it and it comes out, after we torch it with the sugar, we sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper on there as well. So you get that sweet and salty, and then that little pepperiness in the back of your throat. You're like, where does that come from?
I love that. I have the salmon too, which I'm gonna try here in a little bit. The bread pudding, you know, one of the other desserts. But this right here, boy, I could destroy this in seconds if I wasn't on camera right now. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
this was great.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking us through this. It's Plat8. Make sure you check them out. Restaurant Week, February 27th through March 5th. But really, all year round, delicious food.